Breathing in that life force and feeling that life within. Whole body breathing. Taking 2 more breaths here. And then draw the legs together and take a full body stretch. So send the arms long, the legs long, maybe take that yawn, that sigh. As you exhale, draw the right knee in, squeezing in the right knee. Start to draw a circle with the right foot. And reverse. Send the body long again, take that long stretch, let go of the right leg, stretch the arms. And then as you exhale, draw the left knee in, squeezing in. Again, taking that roll through the foot. Moving both ways, reversing your circle. And then again, take that long, long stretch. Link your fingers together, place your hands underneath your head so your elbows are on the floor. And take a walk over to your right side with your feet and your legs. Once there, cross your left leg over your right, so you feel that stretch into your left hip. We're then sending the head and the arms over to the right too, so it's like you're drawing your right elbow towards your right ankle, feeling that stretch down the left side. Make sure your elbows are on the ground, letting the upper body soften and relax. And then just take your breath down that left side. Inhaling, exhaling. When ready, shift the head and the arms back to centre and then release the legs. Coming back to centre too. We take that walk over to our left side with the feet and the legs. Once there, the right foot goes over the left. Making sure we can feel that stretch into the right hip. If you need to go further, then do so. And then we incorporate the head and the arms, drawing that elbow down towards that left ankle. Making sure the elbows are on the ground, relaxing your shoulders. Finding your long breath. Feeling that right side opening as you inhale and exhale. Taking one more breath here. And then moving head and arms back to centre. And then the legs. Bring your arms alongside you on the mat. Take a bend into the legs, plant the feet down. Just tuck in the tailbone slightly, lengthening through the spine. We're going to come to our supported bridge or our gentle bridge. So as we inhale, we pull away from our mat, our arms come up behind us. We push into both hips. We hold. And then as we exhale, we're going to roll the spine and roll the arms back down. And we're going to do this a few times, so just in your own time. Take your inhale as you roll up. Take that pause at the top. Keep the movement slow. And then when you exhale, it's a roll of the spine and the arms back down towards your mat. And just really visualize placing each vertebrae back down one at a time. So really slow and controlled. We're going to do one more full movement, so take your time. Coming up with the inhale. Arms all the way behind you. Pause. And then slowly, slowly release down with your exhale, really slow. Using your core as well, keeping that control. Take your time. Once there, just draw both knees into your chest. Take that squeeze in. Maybe that roll side to side. When you're ready, just roll over to one side, very slowly bringing yourself back up. We're going to come all the way up to standing, so take your time, come to the top of your mat once you're there. So at the top of your mat in Tadasana, so feet together, arms alongside you, or you can turn the palms out slightly if you want to, in that mountain pose. We're going to start to draw the arms up and back, so draw a circle, and if you feel a little unbalanced, you can separate the feet slightly as you draw that circle back. Obviously, if you don't have enough room, just change where you are. Opening into that shoulder. And then draw that circle forwards. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. One more here. And release the arms back down. Take an inhale as you draw the shoulders up, and as you exhale, just let the shoulders go. So it's an inhale. Exhale, sigh out of the mouth as you exhale. Making the movement a little quicker. Letting all the tension in your shoulders just go. Anything you're holding on to, any worries, any niggles there. Take two more. And let go. Staying at the top of your mat in your mountain pose. We're going to take an inhale in and bring the arms up. And we're going to bend into our chair pose. So bring your palms together this time, bending into chair. As you exhale, straighten the legs and then fold over the legs in your forward fold. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, fold and step the right leg back into your low lunge. We're going to frame the left foot. Push back into the right foot, so your heel is off of your mat. We're going to open with our left arm, take that twist, maybe looking up towards that left hand. And then drop that left hand down, outer edge of that left foot, and open with the right. Just twisting through the body. Frame that left foot, drop your knee back down, relax your toes, and just shift forward and back. Little check-in here with the legs and the hips. One more. And then frame that left foot, push back into the toes of the right. Let's step it to plank and hold. Breathing all the way in, and exhaling all of the way out. When you're ready, take that bend into the elbows as you lower down to your mat. Roll up into your cobra and plant your elbows underneath your shoulders. So we're in our Sphinx version. Hips are towards the ground. We're going to take a turn of the head and look towards our right shoulder. Stretching into that lower back. And then come back to center. Take that turn towards the left shoulder. Coming back to center. Come back down to your mat. Place your hands just under your shoulders as you push up into an extended child's pose. Sitting back towards your heels. We're going to take 2 long breaths here. And one more. And then find downward dog. So make sure fingers are wide, you're grounding the palms down. Heels are drawing towards the back of your mat. Hold. Inhale through the nose, maybe sigh out of the mouth. You want to let go. Enabling yourself to move freely into your day ahead. You've shifted any stagnation, any tension. Take one more breath. And then take a walk to the top of your mat. You're bringing your feet together once you're there. You're folding over the legs. Inhale, rise tall. Bring the palms together, the feet are already together as you bend back into that chair pose. Arms along. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Back over the legs. Long spine when you're ready. Step back with that left foot. Drop your knee. Frame your right foot. And then push back into the toes of that left foot. We're going to open with the right arm. Take that twist, looking up. And then drop that right hand outer edge of that right foot. Take that twist, left arm long. Keeping your hips, if you can, towards the ground. Framing right foot, drop that left knee down, relax the toes and shift forward and back. Your practice, your movement, you decide how far you go. What feels good, what doesn't. Always listening, always tuning in. Sometimes with our body we get a little off track. Like that radio station going fuzzy, can't quite hear. Let your practice just bring you back. So framing your right foot now, we're going to step it to plank and hold. Engage your core muscles, really feel where this pose is working. Into your arms, legs, glutes, core, shoulders, so much going on. Let go of the jaw, no tensing the face. And then bend at your elbows as you lower down to your mat. We're going to come into our cobra now, so relax your toes, roll up and head straight into your down dog. You decide if you hold, if you move in this position. From here, just take a little sway into each hip, like you're sending your hips to each side of the room. Keeping the legs straight. Come back to down dog, heels towards the mat, and then take a bend and a hover of the knees, and exhale, heels back. Inhale, hover the knees towards the mat. Exhale, push back. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Looking forward, step your right foot forward into your high lunge, bringing up the arms, bending into that right knee. Holding here, so hips are forward. As you inhale, stretch the arms long, and as you exhale, squeeze the shoulders back, so you're folding towards that right knee. Inhale, rise tall. Exhale, fold forwards. Again, inhale, rise tall. Exhale, fold forwards. Frame your right foot here now. Open with your right arm, left hand stays down. Looking up towards that right hand. Framing that right foot, we're going to step that left foot in and fold. Inhale, rise tall. Bring the palms together and sit back into your chair. Knees together, feet together. Stretching the arms long. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Long spine when you're ready. We're going to step back with that left foot. We're going to step back with that right foot. Hold our plank. Engaging into the core. Finding that long breath. Lower down to your mat. Breathe into your cobra. Exhale, down dog. Pushing back into those heels. We're going to hover and drop the knees towards our mat. We're going to exhale, push back. Again, inhale, hover the knees. Exhale, push back. 2 more to do. Last one. And then take that little movement side to side if that feels good, or it can be a pedal of the legs. And then we're going to get ready to step that left foot forward, top of the mat, bring up those arms, high lunge here. So our gaze stays forward, we take that inhale, we stretch the arms up, and as we exhale, we fold and take those arms back. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, fold. Let's take 1 more. Exhale, fold. Frame your left foot, open up with that left arm, take that twist and that stretch. Frame your left foot, step that right foot in, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, rise tall. Palms come together. Exhale, heart. So from here, just have a little bit of space behind you, so you might want to come into the middle of your mat. And we're going to be drawing the right knee up, and then exhale, take it back into your warrior three. So hips are facing towards the ground. You can keep your hands on your hips, keep your body in line. And then we inhale, we draw that knee in. And we exhale, and we take that leg back. And if it's quite wobbly, you can always bring one hand onto something. But challenge yourself. If you fall out, it doesn't matter. Inhale, draw that knee in, hold it up. Last one, exhale, take that leg back. Inhale, draw that knee in. And as you draw that knee in now, I want you to come into tree pose. So we take that foot to the inner thigh. Bring our hands to our heart. And maybe we grow tall in our tree, bringing our arms up. So great pose for feeling grounded. Maybe coming back to our true purpose. Finding our path. We're going to take one more breath. As you exhale, release your arms. Bring that knee in, squeeze it in. And then drop it back down to your mat. So we're going to do the same thing with the other leg. Our hands are going to be on our hips. We ground that right foot into the mat. We draw in our left knee. We roll back into our warrior three. Send your gaze down to your mat. We inhale, we draw that knee in. We exhale, come back. Just keep the movement really slow. Inhale, draw that knee in. Just find something to hold your gaze as you come up. And last one, exhale. Take that leg back. Inhale, draw that knee in. We've got our tree pose, so we're going to draw that foot to the inner thigh. Hands to our heart. Maybe grow tall in our tree, reaching upwards. Very hard to think of anything else when we do our balancing poses, so really good for the mind. We take our focus to our body. Release your arms, draw that knee in, last squeeze here, and release. Bring your hands back to your hips and just draw a circle. So you're moving through your hips. You can use your hands to help you. We've done this one yesterday. Let your knees go with that movement. And reverse. And last circle. Very good. We're going to take a big step with our feet now. And we're going to keep our toes in line, pointing forwards with our hips. So I'm going to get you to take your arms out wide. From here, take your inhale, and as you exhale, take a twist from the upper body. So the hips are not going to move. Just our upper body is going to twist. We're going to send our right hand over towards our left ankle, or we can grab our block here to our mat, and we're going to send that left arm up. So really exaggerate that twist through your shoulders. Pull that left shoulder up. You should feel the weight in your heels, so make sure you're not on your toes. Twisting through the body, through the spine. As you exhale, maybe going a little deeper, relaxing down a little towards your leg. Inhale, come all of the way up. Long arms. Exhale, take that twist the opposite way. Bringing that hand over to the right ankle, right arm long. Imagine you're sitting back towards the wall behind you, so you feel that weight in the heels, as well as the whole of the foot. Inhale, come back up. Long arms. Take your hands behind you, link your fingers together, pull the arms down your back, opening into your chest and your shoulders. Take your inhale, and as you exhale, fold. Send your hands high and just let your head feel heavy. No tension in the head. Sending that blood to the brain, recharging, recentering. Taking 2 more breaths here. And 1 more breath. Very slowly rolling yourself back up. Bring your hands back to your hips. We're going to turn out that right foot. So warrior 2, our hips stay forward. We did go through this last week. It's good to redo. Bend that right knee. Make sure that ankle is over the knee. So you might need to just shuffle that foot forward. Send your arms long. Look towards that right hand. Again, a fantastic grounding asana. We're going to reach with our right hand like you're trying to grab something. And then drop your right hand down to your mat and send your left arm long. Turn your chest upwards. So you should feel that again through the spine, the hips. Let's challenge ourselves. Move that right hand away, but still reach long with those arms. Really putting that weight in that front leg. Gauging those muscles. As you release, take a reversed warrior, drop that left hand down, reach long with that right arm, look up. And release, straighten that right foot, turn that right foot in. Turn that left foot out. Hands stay on the hips just to keep your hips in the right place. Bend into that left knee. Once you have that bend, send your arms long. Gazing to that left hand. Reach with that left hand. You're trying to grab something in front of you. And then drop that left hand down. Send that right arm long. Turn and look upwards. Unless you have any neck issues, then you can keep your gaze down. Let's take that challenge, moving away from our mat, stretching our arms long, gauging our core, holding here. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Feeling all the muscles of that left leg working. And come back up, take that reverse, keep that bend in that front knee, gazing up. Release, bring your hands back to your hips, turn that foot in, send the ankles towards each other, bend into both knees, goddess pose here. We're going to reach left. And we're going to reach right. Continue through, left and right. Legs are really working. And our core. Keep going a little longer. do 4, 3, 2, and last one. Before you come out, goddess arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the arms, take that stretch, release. So we're going to come onto our mat. So if you need a little drink of water, please take it. And I'd encourage you to use either your bolster or you can sit on a block. But we're going to be kneeling over that support. So you can use a pillow, bolster, or use your block. So let's work into our shoulders and arms a little more. And then we're going to come down and stretch through our back a bit more as well. So have that comfortable position in your kneeling. And then I'm going to get you to bring your right arm up and just take a circle as you turn and look back at your right arm. So we're just going to do that a few times. Opening, turning the head as well. Last one. Send that arm up. And then this time take that left arm up and back. We're going to bend at the elbow of the right. Link fingers if you can, or grab your yoga belt or strap, whatever you have. Breathing in to that shoulder. Once there, just close your eyes. Come back to that awareness of where can you feel this pose. Maybe down the neck, the arm, the shoulder blades, the elbow. Take one more breath here. And then very, very slowly release that side. Drop your arms long. Take an inhale, roll the shoulders back. And then roll the shoulders forwards. The arms are heavy. Release the arms. We're going to draw a circle with that left arm now, looking back as it goes back. Following your arm with your head. Last one. Take that arm long, reach it up. Take that right arm back through the shoulder blades and bend at the elbow of the left. Linking fingers or grabbing your strap. And you should be able to just focus on your upper body, especially if you're on your bolster. Lower body feels quite comfortable. Close your eyes. Just breathing into any tightness, any tension. Or maybe just telling yourself that it's okay to let it go. Maybe just telling yourself we don't always have to be in control. Even when we come to challenges, maybe looking for the lesson. What is that challenge teaching us? Taking one more breath here. And releasing the arms. Just bring your hands onto your shoulders, draw that circle again, elbows coming in, elbows going back. And the opposite way. And just give the shoulders a shake, maybe a shrug up, and let them go. So come off your support or whatever you've used. I want you to come into table. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to come into our pigeon stretch. So I want you to draw the right knee forward, take your big toe of that right foot to the side of your mat, and then shift your left leg back as far as you can take it. Once there, inhale, send the chest high, and then exhale, stretch and fold forwards. Either send the arms long, resting the head down, or you can make a pillow with your hands, resting down to your mat. Again, be aware of where you can feel this pose. Take 2 more breaths. When you're ready, just walk the hands back up, framing that right knee. We're going to step back for a last down dog, so take your walk or your pedal, whatever you need here. Maybe just pushing back into the legs and the arms. And then dropping your knees all the way down to your mat. Or the other side, so it's our left knee coming forward, toe to the side of our mat. Shift that right foot back as far as you can take it. Inhale, open and expand into your chest, and then fold forwards. Whatever version you choose, resting down. Fantastic asana for the whole of the lower body, lower back and the hips, and glutes, thighs, hamstrings, that knee, all the way down to the ankle. And also massaging the internal organs as we fold forwards. Let's take 2 more breaths. We then take that roll back up. I'm going to come round onto one side to come out of the pose. We're going to take that bend into our knees. So just make sure you're sitting evenly on your glutes. So a little bit of core work before we come onto our backs. So bring up the feet, send out the arms in our boat pose. Looking at the toes. And just to challenge a little more, tap each foot. So one at a time, tapping down. Bending at the legs. engaging that core. Last tap here. Send the toes high, maybe send the legs long as you hold and engage. You might be wobbling and shaking as those muscles are working. As you release out, draw your knees in. Send your feet together away from your body. Inhale into that lower back. And then as you exhale, fold over your toes. You can always make fists with your hands. You can always grab your bolster or your pillow if you want to fold down onto that. Great pose if you have any sciatica or lower back discomfort. So just finding that position that feels good for you and your body. And as you exhale, just seeing if the body wants to go a little deeper. As you check in. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Very, very slowly rolling back up. Draw those knees together. Being back on your hands, send the legs long. Point the toes. Squeeze the shoulders back. Maybe here's enough, or maybe you want to push up into your upward plank. And hold. Pointing the toes down towards the ground. Keeping that chin tucked in if that feels best. Pushing the ground away with the hands. Taking one more full breath in. And coming out of the pose as you exhale, so really slowly dropping back down. We're going to come all the way down to our mats, so lying on your back. You will need your block, and I'm going to say have your strap as well. So just have those 2 things to hand. So first of all, let's draw that right knee in. And either take hold of your strap around that foot, or you can hold your big toe as you send that heel up towards the ceiling. Bring your left hand onto your left hip. Our hips want to be facing the ceiling as you start to take that right leg out to the side. So that left hand is just going to keep you grounded. So quite often if we have lower back discomfort, it can often be coming from our hips. So that's why I quite like to focus on the hips. It's an area that we do hold quite a lot of tightness. Draw that right leg back in, squeeze the knee in, and then with your left hand, take your right knee over to the ground on the left side. So you come into your twist, lying on your mat. Relax your right arm and shoulder, so really let that right shoulder peel open. Send your palm upwards. Gazing maybe to the right or maybe keeping the head centre. Slowly bring the body back to centre. Send your right leg long. Let's squeeze in now that left knee. Hug it in. Maybe our strap is around our left foot. Maybe we're holding our left big toe as we send the heel high, like we're standing on the ceiling above us. Bring your right hand onto your right hip, grounding the lower back as you take that left leg out to the side. Just going as far as feels good for you. The rest of the body is facing up to the ceiling, just that left leg is out. Coming back to centre, let go of your strap or your foot, draw that left knee in, hug it in, squeeze it in. Your right hand now is that guide as it takes that foot, or that knee I should say, over to the right. You can always support it if it needs it. And move your left arm away from your body, palm facing upwards, like you're trying to pin your left shoulder down to the ground. Let the whole of the spine release. Taking one more breath there. And then very slowly bringing the body back to centre. Take a bend into your legs once you're there. I want you to grab your block. And we're going to push up and just place our block under our lower back and top of the glutes. You adjust it so you feel comfortable because you're going to rest back down on that block. Once you have your block in place, so it's flat, it's not high, and it's along your lower back, you're going to relax your arms and you're going to send your legs long. Again, make any adjustments in your block. Do you need to shift it higher? Do you need to bring it lower while your hands are alongside you? And then once you have that position, you've got distance in your feet, you send your arms up and behind you, or you can cactus your arms if that feels better. And as you rest in this pose, I want you just to visualise your breath coming in and out of your lower back. That point where your back is touching the block. The rest of the body just feels heavy. Just see if you can let your lower back soften a little bit more. Again, maybe just letting go. Feeling the back just melting into your block. Taking 2 more breaths here. When you feel ready, take that bend back into the legs, the arms come back alongside you. And then push up into your bridge like we did at the start. Remove your block and hold your bridge. Arms are resting on the ground. Squeezing the glutes. Keeping that chin tucked in. And then as you exhale, it's a very, very slow, slow roll back down to your mat, really slowly. Once you reach your mat, I'd like you to find Shavasana. Adjusting the body so you feel comfortable, you feel warm. Finding stillness. And as you lie in Shavasana, the whole body still, I want you to visualize inhaling white, healing light. And as you inhale that light, you're sending it to any parts of the body that need it. Whether it's an area that still has a little bit of tension, whether it's an injury, whether it's a sore throat or joint pain. Inhale that light and let it feel that whole area of healing. Maybe it's the heart that needs it. Now as you inhale that light, just feel its protection all around you. Filtering into your home, every room, your family, friends, town, county, country, the whole world just filled with this healing white